Welcome back, Weirdos and Weeboos, to the Child Option Doge, where today I'm doing a zombie sound quiz. I know it's not the most original idea. Codename Pizza has done one before many times. However, a lot of these videos that people have done of doing zombie sound quizzes are from years ago, and I've always wanted to make one of my own. So, I did that. For now, I've just been using IRL friends as contestants, but that being said, if any of you watching are big fans of zombies that would love to come on a quiz like this, my DMs should be open on Discord, so you can certainly join my server and ask. If I do any more quizzes in the future, if this gets well received, I am up to having other contestants on from my audience. That being said, for these first couple videos, I guess you just have to be satisfied with playing along at home. So the rules are pretty simple and self-explanatory. You just gotta kinda hear the sound and figure out what it is and where it's from. So probably more importantly to get out of the way is the scoring system. This quiz has 25 questions, and I like having a round number of total points. As such, every single question is worth 4 points. 1 point is for knowing which game the sound comes from. 1 point is for knowing the map it comes from, or in some cases, maps. 1 point is for knowing what the sound is, and 1 final point is for knowing when it plays. There are a lot of cases where what it is and when it plays are obvious if you know the other, and even with cases like, for example, perk jingles, if you know the perk, I'm not going to ask you when does it play, because, I mean, you know. So yeah, in a lot of questions, these last 2 points will be one and the same, but in some of them, they won't, and you may recognize a sound, but might have to take a second to think when it actually plays to get the second point. Besides, I don't really mind so much that in a lot of questions, these 2 points are going to be bundled together, because I'd say knowing what the sound is and when it plays is a lot more important than knowing which game or which map it's from. So I don't mind that it'll be typically worth double the points. Other than that, there's just 2 other rules to establish that I've put in place to help keep the scope of the quiz within a reasonable level. The first rule is no remakes, at least no one-to-one remakes. Black Ops 4 Ether story maps do count. They are technically remakes, but of course they're transformative of the original map, and they have brand new names. I'm talking about remakes where the map is still called the same thing, and for the most part plays the exact same as it did before. The Giant is a bit of a grey area, but I'm personally not going to count the Giant. It's too similar to the original Doris. And I mean, it's clear to see it would have been part of Chronicles if it wasn't for the fact that it released before Chronicles even existed. So yeah, no the Giant, no Chronicles maps from Black Ops 3, and no Resurrection remakes from Black Ops 1. The reason I wanted to include this rule is because it's actually surprisingly important. If you did include Chronicles, and you did include Black Ops 1 remakes, not only does it raise the problem of, okay, so now do you have to list Black Ops 1 Doris, World at War Doris, Black Ops 3 Doris, Black Ops 1 Shinonuma, whenever you're giving your answer, but it also adds new problems like the fact that in a lot of remakes they added new wonder weapons to the box on the remakes of the map that weren't there in the original, taken from other maps. Like in Verrucht's case, obviously the original Verrucht had no wonder weapon unless you count the ray gun, but of course in the Black Ops 1 remake it got the Winter's Howl, and in the Black Ops 3 remake it got the Wunderwaffe in the box. If we had to keep track of all this, it would both make the questions much tougher, but also just very long, boring, and verbose. So it just makes things a lot simpler to simply cut them out of the picture entirely. Oh, and I almost forgot. This quiz is going to be split into 4 sections. An easy section, 2 medium sections, and a hard section. The reason why there are 2 medium sections is the way in which those 2 sections are quote-unquote medium difficulty is different. The first medium section is just the way you'd expect it. I think that recognizing the sound is medium difficulty. But the second medium section is what I like to call the technicalities section. For the first half of this quiz, if a sound appears on multiple maps, I will give you the point just for naming one. Same goes for games. However, once you reach that halfway-ish point where the technicalities questions kick in, for both the medium technicality section and the hard section, you will have to name every game and every map the sound is present on to get the point. And as you can imagine, the technicality section are sounds that I don't think are that hard to recognize, but it's very difficult to remember every game and every map they're on correctly. Of course, at any time, if you feel like you need some help, then you can ask for a hint. You can first forfeit one of your 4 points to ask which game it's from. Obviously then you can't get the point for knowing the game, but I can tell you which game it's from. And you can forfeit 1 further point to ask which map it's from. However, you cannot forfeit any more. Once you've gotten those 2 hints, you're on your own. Which brings us to one last rule. All of these quizzes that I'm planning to cover, unless I say otherwise at some point, I'm planning to keep within the scope only World at War to Black Ops 4 in general. Black Ops 4 is of course the end of the Ether storyline before we go into the Dark Ether story with the newer games. It's pretty clear to see beyond this point zombies is never really the same, and already we have a massive breadth of information to cover with the games we have already, and so throwing more in there feels like it might just end up being a cheap gotcha. Especially because a lot of the friends I'll have on have not seen very much of Cold War or Black Ops 6. Oh yeah, and kinda goes without saying, but just to be clear, Treyarch zombies only. With all that said, that's about it for introducing the quiz. Just one last thing I would like to mention. She already says so herself towards the beginning, but Welcome to My World, our first guest over here, is not actually someone who's able to play the games at home. They like to watch a lot, but they don't really get the opportunity to play often. They were still very enthusiastic to try the quiz, but obviously because of that severe disadvantage, I thought it was only fair that I give them a little bit more leeway than I usually would. So if you feel like I'm being a bit nice here at some times, maybe giving a bit more on than I probably should, that's why, is because I feel like it's only fair to help even the odds. For future contestants that have more experience with the series and can more easily play it at home, I obviously probably wouldn't be quite this lenient. Alright, with all that said, let's jump into the quiz.
Welcome back, Weebles and Weeboos, to the Child Edition Doge, where today we're doing a zombie sound quiz with...
Welcome to my world. Also known as Well if you're in the Discord server.
Yep.
Hi.
Alright then. Should we just get straight into it?
Can do.
Alright then. So, first sound, coming up.
Bus from Transit.
Yep, okay. So, obviously, just to be thorough, the game...
Black Ops 2.
Yep, that's the point. Transit's a map, so that's the point. The bus from Transit. And when do you hear the bus horn?
When the bus is about to leave.
I will count that. When it's about to arrive or leave,
okay.
But that's fine. I think that's... yeah, I think it'd be being picky if I didn't give you that.
Yay!
So, 4 points. 4 points straight away.
Oh!
Second question.
If you wanna get up, you need a little revive.
That is the quick revive perk jingle.
Yep. Okay. I'm not going to ask you what it plays because I think you know. But
every game, every map it's on.
yeah, I'll accept that. I'll accept that because it is basically on every map. You know, only a few exceptions.
I don't think it's not on NACT, is it?
It's not on NACT. It's not on Mob, and if you count Bus Depot, it's not on Bus Depot.
Okay.
So yeah. So basically, yeah. Anyway, so 4 points again, up to 8. All right, moving on to question 3. Let's see what's up next. You can hear the sound multiple times if you want.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to hear the sound again, please. Oh gosh, I know that sound.
Yeah, I definitely think you do know it.
I know that sound.
Well, do you have an inkling on what game it might be from? Go one at a time.
It sounds like 2 or 3.
Okay. And if you want a confirmation, you can forfeit a point for me to tell you the game it's from.
Go on then. Tell me which game.
It is Black Ops 3. The next thing is what map it's on.
Oh no.
Which you can also forfeit another point for me to tell you.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the Black Ops 3 map. It's a specific sound, and I know this sound. The Gobblegum machine.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's on every map. We all know. So
yes.
yeah, we'll just yeah. So 11. All right then.
Oh.
So okay, on to the 4th question for the easy category.
When you're building something on a buildable table.
Yep. So that's 2 points. Obviously, which game?
Black Ops 2?
Yep. And which map? Quote, unquote. Any map works.
Any map. Diarize.
Yeah, that works. Funnily enough, that is the exact map it was recorded on.
Oh, nice.
But
it
yeah.
was the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the trample. Is it trample?
Yeah, the trample. It was literally me building the trample steam. That was that one. But yeah.
I could see it in my brain.
Yeah, that's funny. All right then. 15 points so far. Only dropped 1 point. We're doing pretty good. On to question 5.
It sounds like lifts. So the only thing I could think of if it is a lift is Diarize, because it's the only map I know that has lifts on it.
So we're saying BO2 is the game and Diarize is the map, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 points. So, yes, it is the lifts. I just want you to be a little bit more specific for me to give you all 4 points. When do you hear that little ding ding? Obviously the lifts make the sound, but when do you hear it?
Play it again.
It's mostly that. I'm getting at.
Is it when the lift is moving away from you?
Yeah, it can be either when it's moving away or it's just arrived at a new location.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
Again, I'll count that.
Because it sounded like... Because I heard it a second time and it sounded further away. So I was like...
Yeah. Alright then.
Ooh.
19 points and 1...
Oh, the gobblegum machine catching me out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a feeling it might... to be honest, it rattled you a little bit more than I thought, but I had a feeling it'd be one of those ones that you'd immediately be mad at yourself and be like, I know it.
I know
it. Because I just don't like using gobblegum that much, but I obviously still use it from
It
time
was
to
the
time.
bling at the end. I was like...
Yeah, I thought that might be the big part, because you look very confused until the bing,
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is the final easy question.
This is sad. The fuck was that?
Oh! Want me to play it again, or...?
Yeah. It sounds like Samantha screaming.
I can kind of hear
Or
that,
some
to be
sort
fair.
of child screaming.
Alright then.
Something is screaming.
Alright then.
God, maps with things that scream.
A lot of them.
A lot of maps and things. The zombies fucking scream. Okay, Ooh. No, play it again. Something being dragged. Am I allowed to ask if this is from a cutscene?
I'll allow it. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
and I won't revoke a point for that, because I'll give you a little bit of help there. But any further hints, you're going to have to do the revoke a point and ask for the game map.
Oh. No, give me the map. What map's it from?
Okay, so that's 2 points, because I have to give the game and then the map.
Alright,
Because obviously if I tell you the map, you already know the game.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to do both points so we can tell you the game and the map?
Okay, no, tell me the game.
Black Ops 2. Yes, I know I'm doing a lot of Black Ops 2 ones. I literally forced myself to add in non-Black Ops 2 ones, because I'm not going to lie, this is going to be 90% Black Ops 2 if it was just the sounds I wanted to do.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was Black Ops 2, so this doesn't help as much as I thought it would.
Okay, would it be... Do you want to give the second point away for the map as well, or...
Yeah, go on.
Mob of the Dead.
It's a mob sound. Ah, okay. The only thing I think I can think of that has a sound kind of like that, I think, is... Wait. No, now I'm getting two conflicting answers in my head. I know. It sounds... it does sound like Samantha's screaming for some reason. Like she's
I can see what you mean.
like she's being kidnapped.
I will say it's not.
I know
but-
it's not.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh dear. Is it in the stairs, the
Spiral staircase,
the spiral
yeah.
staircase, the thing in the middle?
Yeah.
Can you make that drop?
That is something you can do in the steps to building the plane.
See, my thought is it's either the thing that drops and it makes that sound like it's screaming metal, metal scratching at metal, or it's something to do with the plane. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the thingy that drops.
I'm disappointed, honestly.
Are you?
It's the afterlife sound.
Oh fuck!
I am not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be one of the easy ones, but that's the only one in easy we didn't get. Oh well. I'm not gonna lie. I was
I
so tempted to like give you a little nudge and be like, "Doesn't it sound kind of ethereal? Doesn't it sound a little whooshy or whatever?" But I thought, nah, I already gave you the free hint that it's not a cutscene.
It sounds like Samantha's been tied to a roller coaster that's on a like a rickety minecart. She's been sent off.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Anyway, I think you get the point.
Probably because I'm so used to hearing the other sounds that come with the afterlife sounds.
True. But yeah, that's when you first enter afterlife. Every single time. Anyway, so that's 19 out of 24 for the easy questions. Moving on to the medium questions. I think this one's a perk jingle. This to start.
There's things around the corner. Life's in decline.
But it stops before it tells you what the perk is called.
Do it again.
There's things around the corner. Life's in decline.
Widow's wine.
There we go. Now, I'm also going to have to hear, obviously, what game I think you know. Oh.
Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3. Shit!
I think I can't give you that, because you only said Black Ops 3, because I couldn't help but give that look. I'm sorry. Okay. But I will...
Those things are from Black Ops 2, man.
Yeah. Okay. But I will give you the recovery here. If you can name a map you can hear Widow's Wine's jingle on, even just one of the maps, then you will get that point at least.
See, I was originally going to be like, oh, it's been on Diarize, right? No, it hasn't.
Yeah, because that's what Black Ops 2
Black
map.
Ops 2.
There's not a lot of perks on Diarize as well.
I know.
There's only 6.
See, to me, 6 feels like a lot.
I mean, most maps have like 8.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
Shangri-La has 8. And so does Moon.
Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 map with Widow's Wine on it. Eesh. I'm struggling to think of maps now, God.
Yeah, I'll actually, I won't tell you, obviously, but I'll dip my hand a little. This is actually the hard part of this question, because Widow's Wine, despite being the new perk in Black Ops 3, actually only has 2 maps with a Widow's Wine perk machine on it. All the other maps, you can only get it from the Wonder Fizz.
Like, I've seen it in action and I can't...
Well, there's 2 Black Ops 3 maps you can mention. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, remakes don't count, so we're not doing Chronicles and we're not doing Resurrection.
Oh, okay. It's gone. I can't think what maps have Widow's Wine.
I mean, I can tell. I don't know if this will help, but I'm fine to tell you what the map names were in Black Ops 3 just to jog your memory in case that's what's. It was Shadows of Evil, The Rise and Tracker, Zetsubo no Shima, Gorod Krovi, and Revelations. So 2 of those had Widow's Wine.
Something me wants to say Gorod Krovi, but at the same time I don't think it's there. No, you're gonna have to tell me the map names again. I can't remember.
So yeah, it was Shadows of Evil was first, then it was The Rise and Tracker, then it was Zetsubo no Shima, then it was Gorod Krovi, then it was Revelations. And I know that the Giant wasn't technically part of Chronicles, but I'm not counting it because, it's just Doris.
The first one you said.
Shadows of Evil.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes.
So, I will give you 3 out of the 4 points there.
Whew.
Just dropped a point for saying Black Ops 2. But other than that, 3 out of the 4 points there. I'm glad you got the jingle though, because I was thinking, it is a jingle, and it's a good part of it, but I purposely picked probably like the most obscure part of the Widow's Wine jingle and cut it off just before the bit that would obviously give it away.
Well,
but
see,
yeah.
I listened for the rhyming words.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Why did I not even think
Your
of that?
love life's in decline.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Pretty good. Okay, I believe question 8 was the next. Yeah, question 8 is the next question. Let's see what we got. I can play it again.
Sounds like a quieter Afterlife sound.
I understand what you mean. It's I bet they made it in a similar way, but it is not the Afterlife sound. Obviously, I didn't put Simmons' head twice. I will say, okay, it's only fair that I say this. Because a lot of these sounds, not all of them, some of them I managed to get like raw sound files, but some of them I had to just record with in-game audio. Sometimes there's a bit of ambience mixed in there, And obviously it's not a big deal, but I will say that like the initial sort of what you're hearing is mostly just ambience, and then it's the sound. It's like, it's only subtle, but there's a little bit of ambience and then the sound. It's like mainly where that hit starts, if you know what I mean.
Sounds like you're making something move.
Once again, if you're stuck, you can ask for game or map at the cost of points.
Can't even think of anything that it's like. Jeez.
I guess this sound feels iconic to me, but maybe it's a me thing. Because to be fair, I'll give you a little bit of a hand here, and I will say it does only feature in one map. It's not a big hand, so that's why.
It features in one map. Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, like not that it's not like available on multiple maps.
You're gonna have to give me game and map because I cannot think.
All right, I'll start with game and see if it helps you, but it probably do both. It is from Black Ops 2. Should I do map as well?
Yeah.
Buried.
Something in me said it was from Buried. It has a buried sound to it. I was like, it sounds like it could be.
What could make that sound in Buried?
The witches.
Correct. But there's just one more point up for grabs. There's 1 point for saying the witches. When does that sound actually play?
When a witch dies.
Correct.
Yes.
So that's another 2 points.
Yes.
All right then. Moving on to the next question.
That's an inspection sound.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a thing in.
I will say weapon inspects were only added like really late on in BO6, and I'm not including BO6 things. So how do I put this? It is a weapon inspect, but it's not like there are some guns that like weapon inspect wasn't a button, but there were some guns that when you just pick them up in old zombies, they would do an inspect just to show you it.
Okay.
So I'll give you that, and it is an inspect, but it's not like you press a button and they do an inspect. It's something that automatically happens when you get the weapon.
It's a CoD sound. But it could just be the scepters from Origins.
Once again, you can say you can ask me for game or map.
Is it? I want to be like it's the scepters from Origins, but at the same time, but I'm like, is it the scepters from Origins? Is it the staffs from Origins? Is it the staffs from Origins? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is
it?
Is it? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the staffs from Origins.
Final answer?
Yes.
It's the Bowie knife.
Oh, fuck me.
I thought you were onto it then. I thought when you said, like, oh, it's a swordy, knifey thing, I'm like, oh, you've got this. You just got to think about it a bit more. And I'm like, oh, no. Oh, they really think... Like, honestly, I kept playing it because I was, like, hoping you'd think that doesn't sound like a staff, to be honest.
It doesn't, but
yeah, I can
part
see...
of me is also, like, it kind of sounds like when they're clicking and...
Yeah, I can see where it came from, to be fair. I never thought of that, but I could see how you could hear that and think the staffs, because they do have those blades on the end.
Of fucking course, it's the fucking Bowie knife.
Oh, well.
I'm such an idiot.
I already forgot. Was that 8? I didn't see. No, that was 9. Okay, right there. Okay, on to the next question.
Aside from the zombies screaming.
Yeah, the zombie screaming. Obviously, it's just I couldn't get rid of that.
Background noise,
I tried to obviously use sound settings to isolate things, but sometimes they're in the same channel. And zombies, and yeah, but yeah, I'll play that again.
The smash.
Yeah, probably the most giveaway is after the smashes, but the smashes are part of it.
got this sound and then it leaves.
What does it sound like to you?
It sounds like a throaty hound sound. It's but like if it's a dog round, then there aren't going to be zombies. So that makes me think it's the.
You know, I didn't do that on purpose, but that's a nice little clue in the sound that by complete accident. I don't mind that either, because I would feel bad if I baited you into thinking it was a dog round.
Wait a minute. Is it the lions from 9?
Gotta lock that in?
Yes.
It's the werewolves from Dead of the Night.
I was gonna say that!
You're telling me you were thinking werewolves and you didn't say it! No! Come on!
I keep psyching myself out! No!
Oh no. Okay, right, well. Okay, now, to be honest, like, it's not even like it's a stupid thing. I'm just like, on a personal level, as the #1 Dead of the Night simp, I am like offended that, like, you know, we were just talking about Dead of the Night, and then you're like, yes, the 9 tigers, and it's like, no!
That's why I psyched myself out, because I was like, we were just talking about this, so it's probably just in my brain, and I'm probably getting it wrong. No!
It's specifically the smashing sounds, are obviously when he's jumping on the trees when he first appears out of the forest. He jumps down.
Oh, now I hear the rest of the howl. I literally just heard the bit. I didn't hear the higher pitch.
Yeah, he doesn't do it that loud, unfortunately.
Oh.
To be honest, that explains a bit more. I kept trying to, like... That's why I kept replaying it, because I did realise it was a bit quiet. But at the same time, I can't literally go, hey, point to this, because it's, like, a little bit too much.
Can I throw myself out this window?
Okay, I believe 11's the next one. I need to actually check. Okay, right, sorry, let me replay that, because I already talked over it.
It sounds bubbly and watery, so... what's the map with the water? And you flood everything. Oh, no, the one where you get, like, the helmet, and you can go around, you can shoot sharks.
Oh, that's not an official map. That's Leviathan. That's a modded map.
Mind.
But it is a very good modded map. No wonder you thought it was official, because it, you know. Yeah. But yes, it is a very bubbly sound. Wait, I thought I played it. Play it again. Play it again.
It's a very bubbly sound. All I can think about is water.
Okay.
Can I have the game, please, Quizmaster?
Alright then. Black Ops 2.
Of course.
Of course it's Black Ops 2. But that might be more helpful than you think, because there's not a lot of watery things in Black Ops 2.
That's true. Buried isn't watery.
No, sir.
Diorize isn't watery. I don't think.
Well, there's not really like a flooded area or anything, but that might not be what the sound is.
I can't think of any Black Ops 2 maps that have actual water in them.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a Black Ops 2 that literally has like a pool of water in it or anything. I'm trying to think, but either way, that's not it.
Wait a minute. Black Ops 2. Diorize. Liquefire. When you fire it.
Correct.
Yes!
You only lose 1 point, obviously, for having to know it was Black Ops 2, but that's 8 points in total for this category now.
I got one, finally. Jeez. It's been, what, 18 minutes?
Yeah. I think that was... Wait, hang on. Was that 12? I think that was 12. I need to stop... Oh, no, that was 11. Okay, so 12 is the next one. Yeah, sorry, let me play that again. This one actually might be a bit tough, but I really wanted to put it in here.
Well, it doesn't sound like the Primus or Ultimus crew.
No.
So I can knock them out, so it's not a
I will say it's not a particular character like in the storyline.
It isn't?
Yeah, it's not like it's not like we know who this, you know, it's just kind of like...
Just a scream.
Yeah. I will also, just again, because to help give a bit of a catch-up thing, I don't mind also revealing that, once again, this is another one that's only on one map. But to reveal anything further, you would have to forfeit points.
Because here I am thinking, oh, it sounds kind of like a mob sound. Sounds like it's a mob.
I could see that.
Sound, but... There's someone screaming and he's saying no, so something's happening that he doesn't want to happen.
Yep. You know, it's not really, like, the ambience isn't part of it, but there's a off chance you might be able to get a vibe just by the ambience you can hear in the background. Maybe not, but I don't mind you using that if this helps.
It sounds either like something is like winding up to do something, it's like gearing up to do something, or charging even, but also there's...
I feel like I misled you now, so I will say it's not that.
Okay.
My bad.
Or it's like...
I see how you hear that, though.
There's some sort of machinery in the background or something.
Nope. I will admit that is just a zombie taking off a barrier. That particular little... Should we say the game or map?
Yeah, tell me the game.
World at War.
Oh.
Which certainly narrows down the options. There's only 4 maps in there.
I don't even remember what the maps are from World at War.
Nacta and Toten, Barucht, Shinonuma, and Doris.
Ooh, I've had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't there this character where people think that Dempsey had to go in and like save him or something, and he ends up being one of the hanging corpses in a different map?
I believe that's Peter McCain, and I think you're right.
Yeah,
He's a hanging corpse in Shinonuma.
Okay. So, either it happened in...
Barucht, Shinonuma is the second and third, that's what you were...
Yeah. I think it might have been... I have genuinely got no idea. Is the map Barucht?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what it could be in Barucht, but the map is Barucht at the very least.
Well, there's one point. I guess... You're not gonna... Yeah, because you don't know what it is, so you can't really... Okay.
But I got the point of the map.
Unless there's anything you want to throw out just last minute as just a guess to just say you tried.
My only thing is that it's something to do with the hanging corpse dude in Shinonuma. But...
I can see where you get that idea. Thenge.
No,
so, it's not any particular character, it's just in Barucht, in general, there are a bunch of ambient sounds exclusive to the map that are supposed to enhance the spook factor, with the idea that like it's an insane asylum where the patients were tortured in the furtherance of the experiments that like Group 935 were doing into 115. And so essentially, yeah, just whenever you're downstairs in Barucht, just generally every now and then you'll hear that sound, and you'll hear the banging on the walls. So yeah, but that's still a point.
Let's go. I keep forgetting that Barucht is meant to be an insane asylum.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping... It's a shame that you forgot that, because I feel like that would have helped a lot, because it does have that, like, mad sound to it, you know. Alright, then.
The sound of, I'm being tortured, help.
Yeah. On to question 13. Honestly, I will say, this one was gonna go in the hard category. It was kind of on the line, I thought. but I ended up throwing it in here.
Is it Mob of the Dead?
No. Can't give you a point for the map anymore. But what I will say is because you can't get the point, I will tell you what map it is, and that might help a bit.
Okay.
Voyage of Despair, which I suppose also means I can't give you the point for the game. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that because I should have let you guess the game first. Sorry, jumped ahead a bit there.
Okay.
But it's Voyage of Despair.
Which is Black Ops 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Black Ops 4 sound, and it's Voyage of Despair. And there's things that happen in Voyage of Despair.
Oh yeah, and I think you get the idea, but just to be absolutely clear, none of these sounds are going to be like, oh, you will only have heard this if you've done the Easter egg or anything like that. There's nothing going to be anything like stupid specific like that.
Okay,
It's all stuff that you could hear either by just playing the map normally, or by doing basic things that, like, you know, stuff like build the wonder weapon, you know. If it's like got a buildable wonder weapon or something like that.
it sounds like you're building something. I can't remember a lot about Voyage of Despair.
Fair enough.
No, because I was gonna say Mob of the Dead when you get the magma gat or the
I could hear that, to be fair.
the other one,
it isn't, of course, but I can.
thing.
Yeah, the retriever. I think that I could hear why you'd think that, to be honest. I never thought about that, but I think you got a point. It does sound a little bit like it could be that.
I don't think I've seen enough of Voyage of Despair to actually know what this is. I'm gonna pass it.
Okay. It is the sound that plays whenever a stoker spawns for like big heavy enemies on the map. Every single time there's like an anchor swing like that whenever one of them shows up. So yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I knew that one was gonna be rough, but I thought, well, it's literally just an enemy spawning sound that you hear every game, so maybe it'll be fine.
But I don't see a lot of Voyage of Despair. That's the thing.
Yeah. And again, most people
Curse
don't
my
play it.
inability to play this game.
Yeah. And finally, the last question for the medium difficulty section. Oh, yeah. I'll play this again in a second. So, the sound here plays twice, because unfortunately it's quite a quiet sound, and the ambience almost cancels it out. So, what you're listening for is something that plays twice. I'll just put it on loop, honestly. Do you hear that little... That's the sound I'm trying to zero in on. To be fair, I think this would be a tough one, but I had to throw it in just because I think it's a good one.
It's a long that.
I will also reveal, just so you don't get off track here, that this sound does appear in multiple maps.
Okay. Now I'm lost.
Yeah, the background noise is exclusive to a single map, but in fact, you know what? Especially because, like, you know, I think it's well worth it because, of course, like, you know, you're playing for a bit of a disadvantage, so you can't play these games at home. I think it's fair to say, because it's not even giving you the answer really, the ambience in the background is Derice. So one of the maps you can hear the sound on is Derice. There are more maps, so I'll still give you the point for knowing a map if you can name one of the other maps it shows up on. Otherwise, it'll just pass on that point. But yeah, so this example is the Derice, you know, me doing this, but you can do this on other maps as well. Play the sound.
Well, I know that Derice is a remake of Giant, so that means...
Other way around, Giant's a remake of Derice.
Oh yeah, sorry, Giant's a remake of Derice. So, I don't know why I keep saying Derice is a remake of Giant when it's not. So that means that this is Black Ops 2.
I will accept that. There are multiple games it's in, but Black Ops 2 is one of them, so you get the point.
Yeah. Such a weird sound.
What map in Black Ops 2 do you think it would be in? Or maps, perhaps?
I'm trying to think what the sound even is. But nothing there. Again, it sounds kind of watery. But
It's a tough one. Maybe I should have put these in the hard category.
well, it's hard for me because I
Yeah.
don't play the games often. I just watch you do it. So I'm at the mercy of whichever map you play. I don't know. Shino. Is that a map that got it?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, shit. Well,
Okay.
give me the rest of it.
Yeah, okay. So I'll give you a point for saying a game besides the one that I gave you, because it is in Black Ops 2. I will admit, I don't usually like to do this, but it is really difficult to track down every map this sound is in, and it's not readily available information, and I didn't have loads of time. So there are a couple maps where I'm like, I'm actually not sure if it's in there or not, off the top of my head, because this sound plays in most maps whenever you interact with an item for the music Easter egg. So in Doris...
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen. Okay.
Haven't I done the origin? I'm pretty sure I've done the origins
I
music
think you
Easter
might
egg.
have done, but it's such a quiet sound, I don't think I registered it happening.
Fair enough, yeah. I definitely at least did the Origins one. To be fair, maybe I didn't do the others, because I don't do music Easter eggs that often, obviously. But yes, Thingy. It's not every game, and unfortunately in Shin Onuma, because it's the phone. Obviously the phone replaces it. But Thingy, in most of the older games, that's the sound for, like, hey, you interacted with something that's part of the music Easter egg. So yeah. Anyway. That means we're out of the normal medium section and into the technicalities section.
Oh boy.
So these sounds, I do think, I could be wrong, obviously, I'm just subjectively thinking, but I think would be a bit easier to recognise, but they're a bit tougher to get the correct maps on.
Okay.
That's either because they appear on multiple maps in multiple games, and to get the point you now have to list every one rather than just one, or it can sometimes be because you might be misled into thinking it's on a map that it isn't. Just letting you know so that you're on your toes for it. Thingy. So I believe this starts off with question 15. Let's play it. Is this a I don't know, or is this a I think I know but I don't know?
It's a gun loading sound, I believe?
I will give you that much, yes, that's correct.
Okay.
What gun now?
It sounds ray gunny.
It's got the vibe. Just so you don't go thinking down the wrong path, I'll give you a little bit of help here. It is not like any variant of the ray gun. It's not the ray gun Mark II or Mark III or anything like that, or any of the Alpha or Omega ray guns.
Okay.
But of course, it's a wonder weapon. You can probably already tell.
Yeah. Wonder Weapon?
Correct.
Oh, hey!
So that's 1 point for saying it's the Wunderwaffe. When do you hear this sound from the Wunderwaffe?
When you're reloading?
Correct, that's 2
Okay.
points. So now, for the remaining points, you got a list. Again, we're not counting remakes, so, you know, Chronicles in Black Ops 3 doesn't count and all that. Thingy. You got to list the maps and games that the Wunderwaffe is in, not counting remakes, to be able to get the bonus points.
Oh no, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3?
Those are 2 games you want to say?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's Black Ops 1 and World at War.
Ah!
However,
Okay.
we haven't said maps yet, so knowing it's only Black Ops 1 and World at War, what maps do you want to say? I'll even give you a little push. I'll say it's 3 maps.
Black Ops 1 and World at War. I don't want to say Nacht because that was the first one, and it seems kind of weird to have this fancy wonder weapon on the very first map you've released.
Yeah, that would be weird, yeah.
So, if it's not Nacht, then what would be the other map? And is it
Well, again, in World at War, it was Nacht, Varrock, Shin Onuma, and Doris. Well, I should stop looping it now, because you know what it is.
I'm gonna say it was in Doris.
I will tell you that's correct.
Because German name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Verrückt is also a German name, but it is in the insane asylum, and that'll be 2 in World at War. And if it's in Black Ops 1 and World at War, then, well, it's got to be 2 in one game, 1 in the other game.
Yeah.
Verrückt? Am I right?
I don't blame you for thinking it. In the remakes, it is, but in the original Verrückt, the Wunderwaffe isn't in there, so I'll tell you, because of course you can't get the point now anyway. Okay, so the main reason this is in the technicality section is it's not that hard to know it's the Wunderwaffe. But then from there, obviously you have to think of, not counting remakes, where does it show up? And everyone will know Doris, but then the tough thing is, most people are under the misconception that the Wunderwaffe showed up in Doris. And even I sometimes forget, the Wunderwaffe wasn't introduced in Doris. It was Shino Numa. It really feels out of place in Shino Numa, but it was actually the map to add the Wunderwaffe. And then as if that wasn't tough enough, then comes the real curveball. Which map in Black Ops 1 had the Wunderwaffe? And at first it seems like, oh yeah, would it just be something like Kino, until you realise, wait, no, it was the Thunder Gun in Kino. What was it in in Black Ops 1? Because we don't count remakes, so it can't be any of the remakes. And this is a technicality. Once you've completed the Easter egg in Call of the Dead, it replaces the Death Machine with the Wunderwaffe. So it's Call of the Dead is the last one. So that's why this is, again, this is what I mean by technicality section. The sound itself is the toughest thing ever, but then actually knowing where it's been, it gets a lot harder than you'd think.
Yeah.
Anyway, question 16. Let's see what we got. Ah, yes. Classic.
Oh, I know this. It's a sound when a zombie hits you.
Yes. Which, yeah, I'll give you both the points for that. Because basically, yeah.
Because they make a lot of generic sounds, and I remember reading on a trivia page for the wiki that sometimes zombies can kind of talk to you a little bit.
Yeah, almost.
And people thought that they used to say Sam, like Samantha, but
yeah,
the devs were like, "Oh, we didn't actually mean for them to actually be saying anything. That's just a zombie sound."
Yeah.
So they're saying
yeah.
Sam,
so you know it's the Sam sound.
It's the Sam sound.
Okay, so we got 2 points, but now we got a name. Well, obviously because it's just on every zombie, it's every map. But which games?
Feels like an early one. World at War?
All of the games.
Is it all?
No, as in list all of the games it's in.
Okay.
Sorry, I just realised that's...
Yeah.
World at War is 1, you're correct.
God, what did I say? Black Ops 2?
World at War, Black Ops 2, and are we ending there?
It's really hard. I'm like, do I add Black Ops 1 to the list? What do I do?
If it's any consolation, I literally think I would have gotten this one wrong. I think I'd be close, but I think I would have gotten it wrong. And I'll explain why in a second when we're done.
No, World at War and Black Ops 2.
Ending it there. Is that the final answer?
I think... I'm not sure whether it was just World at War, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's your final answer. Yeah. Okay. So, the reason why I said I think I would even get this wrong is I was initially under the impression it was just World at War and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. But even Black Ops 3 has it, and it wasn't until Black Ops 4 that they recorded new zombie sounds. I didn't actually, for some reason in my head, I don't feel like I've ever heard it in Black Ops 3. I probably have, but I just blanked it out. But I can't remember ever hearing it in Black Ops 3. But then I double checked, I looked online, and there's footage of it happening in Black Ops 3. And I'm like, oh, guess it's there. So I think I would have gotten that wrong even, in fairness. But yeah, of course, you still get 3 points because it was just the games that you didn't get. So, pretty good. I think that was 16, so 17 is next.
Blood money. Is obviously when you pick up blood money.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is... I know this isn't on every map, this is on...
Just because it literally says its name, I'm going to want you to be a bit more specific. To get the point, I want you to tell me what blood money does and where you get it from.
Blood money is something that gives you extra points.
Correct.
Just, randomly gives you... I don't remember how many points off the top of my head, but it just
I believe.
Gives you extra points.
Yeah. I'll tell you later. Yeah.
You can get it from. I think in Origins you can get it from digging.
Correct. And of course, you've also said the map it's from now, so that's 3 out of 4. Oh wait, yeah, but obviously Black Ops 2, so that's all 4 points. Yeah. There we go. 9 points. So
and also technically Black Ops 3 if you're including the remake, but if we're not including
we're not including remakes. So I'm glad. So you might be wondering because that one's. You seem like the fact that you found that one a lot easier. If you're wondering what the trick was here, it's that there's also bonus points in Black Ops 4 as a drop, and you might mix up bonus points and blood money. And they're basically the same drop, but I think there's a small difference. Bonus points in Black Ops 4 is given to all players. Blood money is only given to the player who picks it up. And also, if I remember correctly, in Origins, the amount that blood money gives you is randomized, whereas in Black Ops 4, it's always 500 points.
Oh, okay.
So that's all 4 points for that one. Moving on to question 18.
I like me some Origins.
Yeah.
That sounds electric. It made me think of several things. It made me think of the lifts from Diorite. It made me think of the Max's drone, and asked why. Probably because we just said Origin. It's also made me think of the Pack-a-Punch machine?
I could, yeah.
Sort of. I mean, it's not exactly the Pack-a-Punch machine. But it's kind of. I'm trying to think what it is.
Well, if you want to forfeit a point, I can tell you the games.
Yes, please tell me the games.
World at War and Black Ops 1.
Ugh, gosh, okay. I'm really not gonna know then, am I?
Well, there's not many World at War maps that have big machinery that could make weird electric sounds like this.
It's true. I always think of Derice because it's got
Yeah,
teleporter
Derice.
thingies.
Yeah, it's got like the most.
So, I'm gonna go with Derice.
That is one of the maps.
Um,
That's obviously the World at War one.
mhm. Ah, the World at War 1.
Yeah, technically I shouldn't do that, but I feel it's fair enough. Again,
Fair game for me.
giving Well a little bit of a leg up since she can't play at home. You know, it's fair enough.
And I don't watch religiously. Also, because I have no internet right now, which sucks. Still annoyed.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd be pissed.
Not happy. I've got assignments to do, man. I'm stressing as it is. Gosh, okay. What did I just say?
You were saying Derice was the map. You were thinking
That
about
was it.
And
then
you were
Black
thinking about
Ops
what it
1.
could be in Derice, and there was a Black Ops 1 map as well.
The thing's in the race.
I mean, you kind of threw out some ideas, but I have to hear you lock it in before I can really,
Or is it turning on power? Oh, I keep forgetting that you need to turn on power. Wait. It's turning on power, isn't it?
Is that your final answer?
Wait. Oh.
Remember that is something that didn't appear beyond Black Ops 1.
Power's a thing. Like when Takio says, "Hi, Easter egg not so hard this time." Oh wait, it's just power.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, there are teleporters in other games, right? Yeah.
Can you think of what you're thinking? Like, what maps have teleports?
I don't know! Like, I know Derice is teleported, but I'm sure there's another one.
Hmm.
I want to say 5? That's a teleport situation?
Okay, just to give you a little bit of a hand here, 5 does have teleporters, but they look different and make a different sound, so they do not count.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You know what? You've been hovering around teleporters forever.
Yeah, teleporters.
I'll just give it to you. It's teleporters.
Okay, good.
Because it sounds like that's what you're leaning on
that's what I'm
anyway.
going for, yeah.
It is the teleport sound. However, you still haven't named the Black Ops 1 map that might have a teleporter in it. And I will tell you, it's only one Black Ops 1 map that has a teleporter like the Doris teleporter.
Am I allowed to have the names of all the Black Ops 1 maps?
Okay, yeah. It's Kino de Toten, then 5, then Ascension, then Call of the Dead, then Shangri-La, then Moon.
Moon.
I'm afraid it was Kino. But either way, you still get 2 points.
Ah, it's Kino. I don't really remember much about Kino, so that probably tracks.
Fair enough. To be fair, I guess I don't play much. Yeah. I did not check which question number I was on.
18.
Okay, 19.
No, I think the one that we're on next is 18.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, we'll do 19 in a second then. Oh, no, that's the one we just
we
did.
were just on 18.
So we are on to 19 now. Some part of me feels like you have a decent chance with this one. We'll see.
Is it when you lose the game? Like you go down and you get the death end screen?
You're locking that in? Or are you just thinking out loud for now?
Sort of thinking out loud.
It does sound quite final, I'll give you that. I always thought this was beautiful. I love this sound.
Strangely ethereal, I love it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is something clicking?
Oh, it's either when you first load in, or when the round changes. No, it's the round change sound.
It is a round change sound.
Okay, good.
And in fact, yeah, that's enough for 1 point. It is a round change sound. So when the round ends. It's usually followed by a round start sound, but I cut it off, of course, because I think the round start sound for this map would actually make it a bit too obvious. So just the end.
So it's round end sound.
So that's that's 2 points. Because that's also when it goes. So now it's just figuring out what game and what map.
Something in me wants to say Diarize.
Do you want to say? I know that you're still thinking if it's Diarize, but are you thinking BO2 generally, or?
I am thinking BO2 generally, yeah.
Want to lock that in?
Yeah.
BO2 is the game.
Yes! Okay. Ugh. I'm also now thinking of Buried, though, because Buried's quite iconic. No, wait. I'm gonna say Buried.
Correct.
Yes!
Was that all 4? That was all 4, right? Yeah, all 4. Lovely.
The Buried round end sound.
I knew you had it.
What's the round start sound?
The round start sound is just a bang, down, down. And obviously, because it's just so, like, Western.
It's so Western and banjo.
Yeah, you would know.
You would.
But the reason why this is in the technicalities section, even though it's only in one map, is because of the fact that, a little tidbit, this sound is reused for the Kino de Toten round end, specifically in Black Ops 3's Chronicles remake. And I'm not going to lie, that's always nagged me. Because I get it. Like, to be fair, it fits on the map better than I thought. But I don't know, man. This is definitely a personal thing, but Berry's just so iconic that as much as I love the round end music, I hate them just copy-pasting it into Kino. It feels so wrong to me. But I could definitely see someone who hasn't played Buried in a while who heard this on Kino thinking, oh, it's the Kino round change music. Oh, wait. We're not counting Chronicles.
Oopsie poopsies, it's the wrong sound.
Anyway, I think this is the last one in this category. I think. So...
electric chair on
So your final answer?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say yes, and I thought better of it. I was like, no.
Yeah. That would have been pretty quick. Pretty quick jump to a conclusion. I can see it.
Wait. Pac-Man.
So your final answer?
Pac-Man when you put a gun in
I'm
it.
afraid not.
No?
It is the power turning on.
Oh, fucking course. It's the power turning on.
And the reason why this is in the technicality section is I can still let you have a couple points here if you can tell me the map, because it's a specific maps to power turning on. Obviously this is a bit tougher,
no.
but there are some sounds in here that we wouldn't hear on other maps when the power turns on that give away what map it is if you know it very well. Obviously, a bit tough for you, but this is like, you know, if you want to give it a go. Do you want to try guessing the game, or do you want me to tell you the game and just go for 1 point guessing the map?
Tell me the game.
World at War.
Oh, gosh.
So it could only be... Well, obviously there's no power on that, so it can't be Knack.
Can't be Knack.
So it has to be Barucht or Darice, because Shino Numa doesn't even have power either.
Darice.
Correct.
Oh!
So we get a point out of it. So technically you did pretty well in that section overall, though. 16 out of 24 points in that particular
I thought
section.
I did worse.
Yeah. Well, anyway, moving on to the final section, but also the shortest. Don't worry. But yes, the hard questions,
no.
and the rule still applies that you still have to name all of the maps and games for these. Though most of these are just one, I will say, because there's mostly that section where they do a bunch of like curveballs.
Yeah.
But either way, here is the first hard sound. You know what? I'm going to be nice and just already give a point for saying pig. It is a pig.
It's a pig, yeah.
Do you know when you might hear a pig?
No.
Fair enough. You know, that's completely understandable, honestly. I mean, I've got to at least give you the point for knowing it's a pig.
Yeah. When?
It's a shame I got a clean audio one for this as well. No ambience to help you out or anything. Just squeal.
Darn. Darn
I was
it.
kind of surprised I could find a clear like extraction of this, but I guess it's because it's an older. Yeah, I already slipped up. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. You needed that anyway.
3 points.
Scripted. No, anyway.
So if it's an older game, that would mean it's.
Yeah, older half. I'll give that much away.
Ooh,
I'm not going to put it on loop because I feel like that might get annoying.
Oh yes, very quickly. The dog might go by me. Black Ops 1 and 2. Oh wait, no, is it just one game?
It's just one game. I'll
Just one
tell you
game.
that. So you're thinking Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 more?
1.
Correct.
Yes!
So that's 2 points. The remaining points are for knowing the map and knowing when it plays.
Maps. What are the Black Ops 1 maps?
Again, Kino de Toten, 5, Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, and Moon.
There's so many maps.
Yeah, and none of them are obvious maps to have a pig on.
I don't think it would be 5 though.
You don't think so?
No. Can't think anything is 5. I don't know, Ascension?
It is actually 5.
Eh?
There's a pig that is strapped up in the labs that is still alive, that essentially you can choose to either leave alive or shoot and kill. Doesn't do anything, it's just kind of a thing the players... Every player has an opinion on whether you kill the pig or let him live. But yeah, it's down in the labs. I guess... I was thinking, do I like keep going for like the point on like, you know, like, oh well, when does it play? But I mean, you can kind of guess it's like when you shoot it.
When you shoot
yeah,
it,
so like, yeah, well, 2 points still because we got like the game and we got like what it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
good 2 for that. But yeah, Benge. I thought that's like one of those things where like it's technically like at least by the standards of like older players, like it's technically quite iconic, but at the same time, it's such a small and consequential detail that after all this time, you can forget about it easily. And obviously, you weren't really around, like, you know, back then, so like, it's something you probably would have missed. But yeah. Next question. I had to increase the volume a decent amount for this, I admit. And I will say this is another one that's only on one map.
Oh, what the lifts again in Diaries?
I can see why you'd think that, but no, it's obviously it's not Diarize.
Obvious to me.
yeah. No, I'll give you a little bit of this, man. We're not talking Diarize.
Okay. That's the game, please.
World at War.
Okay, so Baruch or
I mean, it could be Nectar and Tone, it could be Shinonue, it could be Therese, but yeah, I feel like there might be able to be some you can just eliminate on a pure vibes basis, potentially.
I think that was a really small map.
Yeah, literally like, depending on your definition of room, between 3 and 4 rooms.
Yeah, so I'm doing it in that.
Yeah, it is quite a spacious area, like you can kind of tell just by the sound. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. What do you think the sound might even be? Do you have an idea? Obviously, I'm guessing you... Nah, actually, I should keep my mute lip sealed, just in case.
Is it...
It does have water, but I will tell you that's not rushing water, just so you don't get thrown off. It usually wouldn't be that loud, as I said. I had to increase the volume quite a bit to get this sound to be very clear. It's usually quite quiet, a bit subtle. But it's always there, I will tell you, with the map. It's not something that only happens sometimes, it's always there. Doris is the map. So, there's a point. Now, what it is and when it plays.
Is it when you turn on the teleports?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Afraid not. In case you want to go for a guess at when it plays, I don't know if you do.
When something turns on?
It is the clock in the center of Doris. It is always ticking, counting the same second over and over, and every time it counts a second, it rewinds back in time to where it was before, and it actually never moves, really. But yeah, whenever you're in the spawn room in Doris, literally all the time, no matter what, you can hear the clock ticking in the background. In fact, I was actually a little bit nervous, but I thought I did a good enough job of hiding it. Almost all the Doris sounds I got, I had to be very careful that the clock wasn't too loud in the background, because you can hear it from like almost everywhere you go in Doris. So already a couple of sounds very, very faintly had the clock in the back. And I had to make sure that there wasn't a bit where you could hear the clock clearly, so it wasn't like given away. But yes, it is the clock in Doris. Obviously this is the hard category, but yeah. We got the map though.
Yay!
So yeah.
By process of vibe check elimination.
Yes. Alright then. On to the next one. Ooh, you know. I'm going to play it again in a second, but I wanted to let you know before you continue with this one. I am completely fine to give you some help straight off the bat. Funnily enough, in my opinion, I think if I took this quiz, I would find this question the hardest one of them all. The only reason it's not last is because it is a sound you would actually hear relatively frequently if you played the map it belongs to quite often. But it's quite hard to identify. It sounds like a lot of other it could be potentially a lot of other things. Knowing exactly what it is quite difficult. But I'll play it again.
It's like some sort of water zombie.
Yeah, it does sound almost like, yeah.
It's got that weird echoey,
Yeah.
like that bit.
Yeah, I know
But
what you mean.
in the first bit, it sounds also kind of like dolphin noises.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
When
think.
dolphins talk to each other.
Well, yeah, unfortunately there isn't, you know.
Damn it, Plants vs Zombies are way cooler zombies, man.
Yeah.
No idea. Really?
Say a game.
What game is it?
Black Ops 1.
Okay. Not much.
Say a map. Or guess.
Ascension?
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Nope, it's Shangri-La.
Ah, that makes sense. Actually, now that I think about it.
So, what do you think the sound is in Shangri-La, and when does it play?
Wait, there's a special zombie in Shangri-La.
There are actually two.
Oh, cool.
But yes, it is one of the two special zombies.
I don't know what they're called.
If you can describe what they're like, I'll accept it.
I just think of big hulking thing that, again, no good.
Yeah, you just want to pass on it?
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Again, I think this one's very tough. This is the napalm zombie from Shangri-La. And it's just a passive sound it makes when it's nearby. And the main reason I think this is really tough is even though napalm zombies spawn in every game, you almost always are running away from them and not getting close because they're very dangerous up close. They also don't, in my experience, make their passive sounds that often, even though they're technically in every game that you play. And also, I feel like their sounds... I get it, but I feel like they don't really sound like napalm zombies. I feel like if I got this question, I would get stuck on it forever, and eventually I would just send it, fuck it, I bet it's the Apothecans from Black Ops 3. And then it's like, no, it's the napalm zombie. Oh, I feel like an idiot now. I feel like that's what would happen with me if I got this question.
I guess napalm radioactive it does kind of sound like, what do you call it? Radar pings. It kind of like has the
Yeah. But yeah, especially like you said, like you thought water zombie, and I don't even blame you. It does sound a little bit like
it's this underwater creature growling at you.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think that to me is the toughest one, but you might find some of these last couple tougher. Let's see what the second to last question is.
I've heard that sound before.
I
know I've heard that sound before.
You know what? For the sake of like saving some time and not getting you stuck in a net for ages, again, give you a little boost because already these questions are pretty tough.
Yeah.
I will tell you, just so you don't get stuck on anything, it's not any form of Pack-a-Punch or Pert Machine or Wonder Fizz or anything like that. Because I know it could sound like when the ding, when the Pack-a-Punch finishes or something like that.
My initial thought was Pack-a-Punch, and then I thought, no, Pack-a-Punch is more like flamboyant.
Yeah, and it's got the jingle. Punch your fists until the end.
It's got music going on. This sounds like... It's not a zip line. But this sounds like... when you're on like a platform thing and you hit a lever and it like moves up or down.
It does sound kind of like that, yeah, doesn't it?
I can't think of anything. Wait. It's the trample steam.
You got it!
It's the trample steam!
Okay, so, okay, but for the extra points, which game?
Black Ops 2.
Yeah, only in Black Ops 2. So that's that point.
Yeah.
And now, which map? Brackets, sir.
Okay, Buried.
Mm-hmm.
Diarize.
Done? Yep.
Oh, is there another one?
Is there another one? Do you want to lock in Buried in Dire Eyes, or do you want to go for another one?
Is that the only two I can remember seeing it on? Because there's the Pack-a-Punch in Buried. It's in that little room.
Yeah.
They put the trample steam there. And then, obviously, Dire Eyes, it's the whole trample steam's like fire thing. Oh, what are the other maps in Black Ops 2?
Transit, Mob of the Dead, Origins, and I mean Nuketown, but Nuketown doesn't have buildables.
Not in Origins, not in Nuketown, not in Mob.
So it's only really if it's in Transit or not.
Is it in Transit? I don't remember if it's in Transit. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna say it's just Dire Eyes and Buried.
You'd be correct. All 4 points awarded, 7 out of 20.
Thank you for building the trample steam all the time. Thank you.
Well, there we go. Yes, it is not in Transit. It was introduced in Dire Eyes, but I don't blame you for feeling scared because Transit does have a lot of buildables. It has, of course, the turbine, then the shield, and then a bunch that no one ever uses. It has the turret from Farm, and it has the electric trap from the power station, and then of course the last buildable is the jet gun. But the turret and the electric trap are both very weak, and they require a turbine to power them, which will run out eventually. So like no one uses them. But yeah, so you can get in that mindset of wait, there's 5 buildables on Transit, and I can only think of the shield and the turbine, and you think, oh fuck, did it have the trample steam?
No, my thought was, did it have the trample steam to somehow help you get through most of the fog if you miss the bus? But I was like, no, that would be really stupid mechanic.
yeah. All right then, which leaves just the final one. I will warn you, unfortunately. Okay, obviously I've tried to get good recordings of all these. I hate to do this on the last one. This one, I will say, does not happen very often. There's an element of RNG to getting this sound. And when I finally got it to play, I was being chased by dogs. So there is some dog sounds, unfortunately, at the end of the clip. But hopefully you should still be able to make it out. Here we go. Final question. Yeah, I'm sorry about the dog sound.
Trying to figure out what she's saying.
Who do you think it is?
I think it sounds like Samantha.
I will give a point just for saying it's Samantha. Yes, it is Samantha speaking. I'm being a bit nice there, but yeah, I think it's fair enough. Especially because the end of the quote is being cut off a bit. I'm sorry about that. I didn't do it on purpose. It's really annoying.
I feel like I can also hear Richtofen saying double points at the end.
Oh, it's not Richtofen, it's just the normal announcer. But there is a double points right at the end.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it takes a while, and it's completely random getting the sound, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I want a better recording, but it'd take ages. That's fair enough. Again, this is the last question, so...
Genuinely no clue at all.
Okay. Well, you can guess at start small, or you can guess at a game, or have me tell you the game.
What game is it from?
World at War.
Oof. So, again, I don't think it was enough, because...
I will say, unintentionally, there is a bit of a hint in here, in the fact that there are only 2 maps in World at War that have dogs in them.
Dire Eyes doesn't have dogs.
Well, Dire Eyes
that's
in
Black
World
Ops
at War.
2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dire Eyes World at War would be interesting, though.
I'm a Black Ops 2 brain.
Yeah.
So the World at War maps are...
Nacht, Brooke, Shino Numa, and Darius. And again, only 2 of those have dogs.
Darius has dogs. I know that Darius definitely has dogs. I don't remember which other one that's
I might stop looping it now, if that's alright with you. What do you think she's saying? Have you been able to make it out yet?
It's no trick or no treat or...
No treat is correct. And in fact, because the rest of it's cut off a bit, I'll just make it clear.
I'm just saying no treat, dog sound, double points. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no treat for you.
No treat for you.
And you got no treat, which is the most of it, and the rest of it's cut off, and that's my bad, so I'll give the point there for knowing what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of already gave it because you knew it was Samantha as well, but whatever. it's double locked in now.
Woo!
Okay, so, Thingy. So, the 2 remaining points up for grabs again are for either saying the map or for saying when you think it might play. And I'm going to be quite generous here. If you say something that's like kind of close to correct but not the full story, I'll count it.
Maybe it's something in... Again, dogs. The only one I know for definite has dogs is Doris.
And there's one other that has dogs, but you don't
There's
know.
another one, but I don't know which one it is. Like the only thing I can think of is it wouldn't be Nacht.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Nacht.
So it's either Shinonuma.
I know that you struggle to
Or
picture some of these older maps, but can you picture dogs in Verrucht or
No,
dogs in Shinonuma?
I can't even really picture the maps themselves.
Ah, man, okay, that's what I was worried
when
about.
I think of Shinonuma, I think of Shangri-La instead, and I'm like, that's a different map.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
boy.
really hard.
Okay.
Wait, no. Is Shinonuma the one with the water and you have to water the plants?
That's Zetsubo no Shima.
That's
Shinonuma was the one with the hanging body you mentioned, Peter
Yeah.
McCain. It has randomized perks and 4 huts around the map. It's sort of like in a big X shape. There's like a big building in the middle of the map, and then 4 corners of the map that are outside with little huts. There's a fishing hut, the Flogger.
No, I don't remember any of that.
Oh, the Flogger, not ringing a bell?
No.
Oh, it's kind of like a very iconic trap.
I just don't think I've
They
seen
brought it back in Revelations
ages.
as well.
Mm.
But it was actually going to be in Origins, but they removed it. But they put it back into Origins
now
and
that you,
Revelations.
like, reminded me, it's the one with the hanging guy. Shinonuma is the other one, I think.
The other one with dogs, you mean?
Yeah.
I'll tell you correct there.
Okay.
Shinonuma introduced dogs as well as the Wonderwaff. That was
Okay.
the 2 big
Okay.
features of Shinonuma.
So
it is Shinonuma or
No.
Doris?
no treat for you.
Okay. How about we go like this? What do you think the treat might be?
Some sort of drop, I think.
You are correct.
Mm.
Obviously, you don't get it because she says no treat.
Yeah,
But
you do. You don't
some
get
sort
the
of drop.
but there's a drop. What drop? Double points. There was. What else is there? Multiple.
I can tell you, but I will let you know it's not exclusive to a single drop. It's not like it only happens
Oh.
with double points or insta-kill or nuke or whatever.
Okay.
It can happen with any drop that is denied through a
So-
certain process.
So it's something you do that means you're supposed to get a drop,
But you don't.
You don't get the drop.
If you can say what that something is, I will give you the point. Or just even guess at something that's very close.
I was gonna say kill the dogs, but you're being chased by dogs at the end of that clip, because normally at the end of the dog round or the whatever round,
Yeah.
you get a max ammo.
Mm.
I don't know what else would give you a drop, though.
Mm.
I have no idea.
If you want to tap out, that's fair enough. Well, I mean, I forgot, you haven't said a map yet, have you? So you can still get a point for guessing one of the maps 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
Either Shinonuma or Doris, it's only one of them. I'll tell you that much.
Doris?
Correct.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of Doris ones, it's just a lot of good sounds to use in Doris. So that's a point there. 2 points so far.
Is it? No.
For the third and final point. When does it play?
I
When does it play?
When does
You can just pass or just throw something crazy out if you want.
I don't know, when you hook up all the teleporters?
Oh, that's so close.
When you turn them on?
Oh, you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll get that's well.
Yay!
Okay. Actually, this might be the best way to. This might be the best way to do it. I will say it is very much related to teleporters, and then if you can maybe take a guess, is a bit closer.
When you use the teleporters?
Bingo. So it's easy to forget, but in Doris, whenever you use a teleporter, you hear like what would usually be the dog spawn thing, where you get that like bolt of electricity. It goes like, oh. But instead of a dog spawning, you get a drop in spawn. Except there is a small chance that when you teleport, instead of getting a drop, you get nothing, and Samantha tells you, no treats for you. So, yeah.
I love that. That's so funny.
Obviously, because it's completely random, and it costs 1,500 to teleport into Reese, so if you spam it, you run out of points quick. It's a bit awkward to get it to, play like whenever I want. But yeah, so that gives 10 points. So let's add this all up. For the easy section, we got 19 out of 24.
Woo.
Funnily enough, the medium section was the toughest one for us. We got 10 out of 32.
Yeah.
The medium technicalities, we got 16 out of 24. And for the hard, we got 10 out of 20. Right down the middle.
Yay.
So we did better on the hard than the medium questions.
I don't know how. Probably because the trample steam was there. And I went,
True.
Trample steam.
Yeah. To be fair, you got 3 out of 4 on this, even as much as it stumped you. So yeah.
Okay.
So let's see, just a moment. Brain broke for a second there. 25 points, right? Yeah, 25 plus another 45 out of 100.
Yo, I did better on this than the original one.
Yeah.
I got 41 on that one, and I got 45 here. What is this? What is
All
this?
right, well, thank you for participating in the zombie sound quiz.
Thank you very much.
I don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to cut it off abruptly and
Okay,
edit in something
bye.
better. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.